A Cass County jury has found Spencer Moen of West Fargo guilty of murder in the August 2023 beating death of his wife. He'll be sentenced at a later date. He could be sentenced to life in prison without parole. For background on this case, here's our original report from August of 2023. Spencer Moen of West Fargo has been charged with Class AA murder in the murder of his wife, Sonia. That charge carries a maximum sentence of life in prison. He's also facing a charge of contributing to the deprivation or delinquency of a minor. The couple has children. Reading from the incident report, a warning: this contains graphic details. Quote, on August 10th at approximately 7:38 a.m., officers from the West Fargo Police Department responded for a 30-year-old female that was not breathing and not responding lying in the bathtub. When officers arrived, they spoke with the caller, Spencer Moen. Spencer said his wife, Sonia Moen, had slept in the bathtub last night and was now unresponsive. He said she had slept there because she said she was going to take a bath or shower. He also said she had vomited last night as well. When officers found Sonia's body, she was lying on her back, fully clothed, located in the bathtub. Sonia had significant bruising on the left side of her face and forehead. Both of her eyes appeared to be swollen shut, and she had dried blood from the right corner of her mouth. Sonia had bruising on the backs of her hands, which appeared to be defensive wounds. Sonia's mother arrived at the residence within a minute of the first responding officer and asked officers if her daughter was breathing. The officers confirmed the officers informed the woman that she was not breathing. At that time, the ambulance personnel arrived on scene to assist with life-saving measures. Officers asked the woman to step out of the bathroom where Sonia's body was and into the adjoining bedroom. After exiting the bathroom, the woman looked at Spencer and said, get the F out of my house. While in the bedroom, officers noted bruising on Spencer's right hand in the knuckle area. Shortly after that, Sonia was pronounced dead by medical first responders. While investigating, officers located blood on the master bedroom floor. There were blood droplets on the left side of the bed, on the floor, and at the foot of the bed going toward the bathroom. Officers also learned that Spencer had been golfing the day before, August 9th, and Sonia had come to pick him up from golfing after it was dark. On their way home, they had stopped at a holiday convenience store to buy sandwiches and cigarettes. According to witness statements, Sonia and Spencer would have arrived home sometime around 10 p.m. While officers were on the scene, they were able to interview a family member and advise Spencer brought the children to daycare the morning of August 10th between 7 and 7:30 a.m. This is approximately 2 hours earlier than he normally would bring them there. He normally brings them after 9 a.m. Spencer was ultimately detained and transported to the West Fargo Police Department for interview purposes. During the interview, Spencer said that both he and Sonia were intoxicated when they got home from Mapleton. When asked about the injuries to Sonia's face, Spencer explained when they arrived home from Mapleton, Sonia had tripped coming up the steps from the garage into the house and face planted. Once inside the residence, Spencer escorted their children to their bedrooms and put them to bed. Once the children were in bed, Spencer returned downstairs where Sonia was located and got into another verbal altercation while smoking outside in the garage. Spencer states Sonia smashed him in the back of the head during this argument. Spencer states when he returned inside to tend to his daughter upstairs, after tending to his daughter, he went to the master bedroom and lay down to go to sleep. At this time, Sonia was still downstairs. Sonia eventually came to the master bedroom and jumped onto Spencer while he was lying on the bed. According to Spencer, Sonia was hitting him as they both rolled off the side of the bed. Sonia continued to punch Spencer when they were on the ground, which caused him to push Sonia away by pushing on her throat. Spencer states when he pushed Sonia away, she came back at him and continued to punch him. Spencer then states he punched Sonia in the face 3 or 4 times with a closed fist. Spencer eventually admits to intentionally punching Sonia with both fists, which caused bruising on both of his knuckles. After Spencer punched Sonia in the face, he was able to get off the ground. According to Spencer, Sonia told him, "F you, I'm taking a shower," and then walked into the bathroom, which is attached to the master bedroom. Spencer states that he didn't hear any water running from the tub and went downstairs for approximately 15 minutes to smoke. Prior to going downstairs, Spencer states he heard a commotion coming from the bathroom, but he didn't go check. Spencer was asked if it would be fair to say that Sonia had fallen in the tub due to the head trauma associated with the intentional punches. Spencer stated, "Sure." Upon returning, Spencer states he went into the bathroom and observed Sonia lying in the bathtub. Spencer states Sonia was alive and making noises but wasn't talking. Spencer states he dumped water over her head to get her attention so she would return to the bedroom to go to sleep. Sonia didn't give him a response and remained in the tub. Spencer states he ultimately returned to his bed and fell asleep. Spencer explained upon waking up, he located Sonia in the tub and attempted to wake her up, which was unsuccessful. According to Spencer, Sonia was cold to the touch. Spencer indicated he didn't know if she was cold because of her wet clothing or if she was dead. Spencer states he then proceeded to gather his children and transported them to their daycare provider. Upon returning home, Spencer states he attempted to wake Sonia up again. After realizing Sonia isn't waking up, he contacted Sonia's mother to advise that her daughter was not waking up and didn't think she was breathing. After speaking with Sonia's mother, he then dialed 911 to report it. During the interview, officers were able to briefly speak with Spencer and Sonia's minor children that were at home during the incident. According to one of the children, they were present when Spencer and Sonia were wrestling and observed Sonia's blood on Spencer's face. It should also be noted, officers were also able to recover Sonia and Spencer's Apple iPhones. Officers learned Spencer and Sonia's oldest daughter called Sonia at 10:27 p.m. and at 10:41 p.m. on August 9th. According to the daughter, Spencer answered the phone at 10:41 p.m. instead of Sonia. She explained Spencer's voice sounded irritated, and he told her to go to bed because it was late. Spencer's daughter advised she heard Sonia in the background snoring. Spencer was questioned about answering Sonia's phone when his daughter called, and he denied the conversation taking place. At the conclusion of the interview, Spencer was ultimately placed under arrest for murder and transported to the Cass County Jail. Prior to being transported to jail, a search warrant was executed to collect DNA swabs from Spencer and photograph any injuries on his body. Spencer had a superficial scratch on his right arm, but did not have any bruising other than to his fists. Spencer did not have any marks indicative of being punched by Sonia. A search warrant to seize and examine data from Spencer and Sonia's Apple iPhones was executed shortly after the arrest. It should be noted, pursuant to the search warrant, Spencer was compelled to provide facial recognition to open his Apple cell phone because the facial recognition wasn't working. Spencer entered his passcode on his own accord without being asked to do so. Upon review of Spencer's cell phone data, a video recording was located that showed Sonia lying in the bathtub inside the master bathroom. The video was recorded on August 9th at 11:37 p.m. based off the timestamp. The video shows Sonia lying the opposite direction from where she was found by responding patrol officers. It appears Sonia was having extreme difficulty with breathing and was lying in an abnormal sleeping position. Sonia was also exhibiting a sound similar to snoring, which was described by Moen's oldest child. Based off training and experience, the sound being made by Sonia appears to be consistent with agonal breathing. While reviewing the video, investigator was able to determine that Spencer recorded the video based off the sound of his own voice stating Sonia while he filmed Sonia's body. It's noted Spencer does not make any attempt to intervene or provide any form of care to Sonia while filming this video. On August 11th, Sonia was transported to the medical examiner's office in Grand Forks, where an autopsy took place. At the conclusion of the autopsy, the preliminary findings indicated Sonia suffered from subdural hematoma and died from blunt force trauma to her head. The autopsy also revealed at least one fractured rib. According to the medical examiner's office, the death of Sonia Moen is consistent with homicide. Again, a jury finds Spencer Moen guilty. He faces a maximum sentence of life in prison. He'll be sentenced at a later date. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.